All right. Welcome, everyone. So happy to be here with you today for our February Priestess Rise Up Prayer Collective. Yes. And we have about 25 people signed up, women signed up. I know some of you will be watching the replay. I know some of you are here live. It's just so exciting. It's such a joy to gather together in this way and to join forces really to elevate ourselves, elevate each other, expand your medicine, share it with the world in a more profound way. So before anything else, let's just go ahead and open up this sacred space. And I just invite you to take some nice cleansing breaths and allow yourself to settle into this moment. Allow yourself to settle into your heart, to settle into the earth, to give yourself the gift of your beautiful presence. And trusting that you are watching this at exactly the right time. And trusting that everyone that said yes, everyone who will ever watch this, that we benefit from each other's open heart, from each other's initiations, from each other's courage. That as one of us wakes up, we all wake up. And let's everyone just visualize those roots of light going down your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, deep into the heart of the earth. And we just invite your soul, your wise soul that is infused with this priestess medicine. Remember, the priestess medicine is about being a channel of unconditional love for yourself and for the world. So we invite that energy of your inner priestess to release, to start that releasing process of anything that is in the way of you channeling that unconditional love for yourself and others. And the really awesome thing is you don't need to know what that is. Maybe you do. Maybe as we're setting that intention of release, maybe you know, maybe you're aware. But some of it might happen beyond your intellectual analysis or understanding, and that's perfect. So we just set that intention that across space and time, so all lifetimes, but in this lifetime, we get to heal all of that. So releasing what is unnecessary, releasing what doesn't serve us. And we know that Mother Earth, she's so generous. She's so abundant. She's so powerful that whatever we release, she will recycle and compost. And as all of our roots gather together, whether you're here live or watching the replay, all of our roots create the collective. That's why this is called a collective, right? We create the collective. We create this beautiful container, this alchemical space, so that everything is elevated, everything that is good, that is love, that is aligned with beauty and our soul and the divine. And there's no codependency, there's no rescuing, there's no competition, all of that, all of the symptoms of the wounded masculine energy. We just declare that all of that gets transmuted as we're in here because we all suffer from it. So I'm not saying those people out there, all of us are in it together. So all of the poisoned, toxic energy, all of the beliefs that we have, all of the inherited burdens that you've received from your family, all of that we place into the altar of our temple so that it may be transmuted for the good of ourselves, of all. And then just breathing in all of that energy, just feel your roots expand as all of that energy moves up your legs, up your back, up the crown of your head. Feel like this queen, this empress, this priestess that you are. And if you don't feel like that right now, that is okay. There are so many times where I don't feel like that. But we remind ourselves, this is my truth. This is who I am. And we land in our heart. So bringing your hands over your heart center. Feel your beautiful heart opening, your shoulders relaxing as your heart is already opening, expanding even more. Remember the wisdom of your heart. Remembering that your heart is a unified field. It is a powerful force. It is the strongest force. And get reacquainted with your heart. Even if you feel like you are very connected to your heart, or if you feel like I don't even know my heart, or anywhere in between, let's all of us have this open mind and be open to receive the next level of our connection with our heart, the next level of our communion with our heart, the next level of your engagement and intimate dialogue with your own heart. And you might feel, as I'm moving my hands out like this, just feeling, the energy of your heart, how it is expanding. It's becoming more powerful. That's what we're doing in these prayer collectives, right? We are strengthening our capacity to radiate love to ourselves and to the world, and to do that in a way that doesn't deplete you. This isn't about codependency. This isn't about rescuing. This isn't about putting everybody else's needs before your own. That's not what this is about. It's like becoming that lighthouse. So feel, and you can even do this movement that I'm doing as you start to feel your heart radiating, beaming out more light. And as more light is radiated by your heart, feel the strength of your roots. Stay grounded, stay present, stay in your body. So we're learning this priestess skill of radiating love, staying centered in your power. Many of us who are called to this path have suffered a lot of trauma, a lot of abuse, a lot of abusive relationships, a lot of narcissistic relationships, possibly, right? So you can have, it's so common for those of us who are drawn to this path to have this great confusion about what it means to be of service. This great confusion of like, okay, I'm here to give so much love, to be of service. And we're trained into believing that means that we lose ourselves, that we just become enmeshed with everybody's pain. And so that's not what this is about. You're reclaiming your power as a priestess. Whether you use that name or not, that's fine. That's the word that chose me. To be able to radiate your beautiful love, your beautiful heart, and stay centered and in your power. So start to feel that. And it's okay to use your imagination. So in this place, we welcome, I'm going to invite all of your own beautiful angels, your guides. And I call on this beautiful circle to surround our gathering, our collective. This circle of grace, this circle of unconditional love, this circle of wisdom, of divine love. And that circle will not only stay in place forever and ever, really, it's like it will grow and expand and bless the world beyond our human understanding. And of course, welcoming the divine Father, Mother, God. And for these gatherings, it really is the divine feminine face of God that is so needed in the world. And we know God is beyond gender, the divine is beyond gender, the source. But there is, of course, an aspect of that divine feminine and divine masculine. And here, in this priestess path, it's about reclaiming our power, the power of the divine feminine that is supported and beloved by the divine masculine. So all genders are welcome here, but we know that we are here reclaiming the power of the divine feminine. And our overlighting mentors for today, we have beautiful Gaia Evolution. Look at her. And I'm just going to read a little bit from just like 2 lines from this is from the Sacred Mothers and Goddesses deck, which I'm loving. And it says, surround yourself with energy, people, and objects that attract more of what you're in alignment with. Always be in motion. Don't stay stagnant in your plans. Work to move steadily but gently in the direction you want to go. So that is what we're doing here. We're gathering with all, this beautiful resonant field. We're stepping out of any stagnation that is in our life, but we're doing that with that. I love that. Steadily but gently. That's divine pacing. That's the priestess pacing. So Gaia is here to help us with that. And then we got Saint Bridget. This is from the Divine Feminine deck. Love this. Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. So really listen to that. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. So let me read a little bit from that. Just this little space here. Her message to us is to reconnect with our inner fire, that eternal flame that feeds us more than anything external to us ever could. And so she is saying, Bridget, St. Bridget isn't saying, give endlessly, forget of yourself, become a martyr, just do. That's not what this is about. She's saying, we can give endlessly. We can be this source of love and light when we are aligned with our source. That's what channeling unconditional love is, right? Is that we know that, oh my gosh, I am an instrument. I am a vessel. It can flow through me and I am blessed as I bless others. That is the way. So we welcome St. Bridget and we welcome Gaia into our space. And I am wearing my Hathor pendant. I don't know if you can see her beautiful face. And in the back is the flower of life. So beautiful Hathor, who's a wonderful, amazing priestess, is present here with us as well. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I invite you in this moment, first of all, to understand that we are in a temple space right now. Yes, we're not gathered in a physical temple, at least not yet. Right now, we are in an etheric temple, an energetic temple, a beautiful priestess temple that we're in together. I really invite you to understand that that is not a fun little imagination game. Let's pretend we're in a temple. No, this is really a powerful energy. I don't know if you were hearing the song that I played in the beginning, but one of the lines is something like, about the temples that were lost, the teachings that were lost, in other lives, in other time periods. So much of the divine feminine that was destroyed, tried to be destroyed, that was maligned. And, for those of you who have memories of past lives, I know I do, I know a lot of my clients do, we remember those temples and we remember the destruction of those temples. And yet they weren't truly destroyed. They continued on within us, in our heart. And it's so wonderful that now, not for everyone in the world for sure, but in some places in the world, that those temples in the physical plane are being rebuilt. But here, and here, as we gather together, we are in a temple. We are in a temple space. We are here, and you are so important to the energy of this temple. So as we enter, we step here into the space, know that this is a place of remembering. This is a place of reclaiming, a place of healing from the trauma that keeps you away from fully being in your power. And this temple will impact our physical life, our physical reality. So there's a deep connection. So again, it's very easy for our ego to kind of like, okay, I'm going to do this class and it's going to be, and yeah, I feel so relaxed. I feel so great. Da, da, da. Now I'm going back to the real world. Now I'm going back to my life. And that is not what we're about here. I've been saying something along those lines for a very long time, right? When I taught those meditation classes, I know some of you would go to Beverly Yoga for those. And I would say meditation is not an escape, it's an arrival. And it's the same thing here. This is not an escape. This is not, a little kind of withdrawal from the real world. This is the real world. This is how we create the world that we want for ourselves and for others. Not just me. There's so many people doing this, right? But I really comprehend that. So in this space, as you step here, as you're here embodied, I invite you to bring your hands to your heart or just your awareness there. And invite your inner priestess to step forward in front of you. She might look just like you. She might look like you with some beautiful garb or dress, or like she's radiating beams of light, or however she shows up. Welcome her in front of you. Of course, she is you, right? But you're welcoming her in front of you. My inner priestess kind of looks like a fairy right now. She's got this dress and she's got these wings that look like butterfly wings. And as she is there standing in front of you, let yourself receive her love. And as she stands in front of you, you're asking her the question, beautiful inner priestess, today as I am in this temple, what are you guiding me to heal? What are you guiding me to heal in myself? What are you guiding me to heal in myself so that I can become an even greater channel of unconditional love? What are you guiding me to heal within myself so that I can become a greater channel of unconditional love? And we're here together. So all of you are getting your answers, whether you hear details or not. Know that the answers are coming. And I want all of us to visualize us in this temple. So I see this temple, this courtyard, and we're all in a circle, all of us. It doesn't matter if you know who it is. We're here. It's not an accident that we said yes. So we're here in a circle. We're in a circle in the temple, whether you're here live or watching the replay, you're in this. So we're in this circle. And as we ask our inner priestess, what am I healing? What am I healing? What are you guiding me to heal today in this temple so that I can become an even stronger, more powerful channel of unconditional love? See the center of the circle, like there's this fire pit, this magical fire pit. And all that is being drawn out to be healed is in that pit. So you might see words, you might see just kind of like muddy energy, you might see strands, you might see luggage, whatever symbols come, but let's all of us together, there's 17 of us here live. I know there's about 25 or maybe more. I don't know. I didn't check the numbers, but watching the replay, and more than that will watch as well. So all of us together, let's, whatever it is that we are releasing, that our inner priestess is saying, this is what you are being called to heal. And I'm hearing that some of that is not even ours. Like there's little tendrils that are ours, but some we came with a mission to transmute for the collective. So I just want to name for myself shame. And, so this like tar that can infuse ourselves with shame. So I'm just naming that, and I just feel that energy of shame in that center. And whatever you are being called to name, you can name it out loud in your space. You can write it in the chat if you want to write it in the chat. But we're putting this in that center flame, all of us with our priestess power, our priestess medicine. Now, your egoic mind, our intellect can try to water this down, can try to say, like, well, there's no way we can heal this right now, or whatever. It tries to put limitations. We very lovingly, to any parts that might think that, send them compassion, but we are here not limiting ourselves, not limiting the power of the collective, power of our pure intentions and our prayers. So just see that, and I'm just channeling this Reiki. And for all of you who know Reiki in this gathering, you are channeling the Reiki as well. And even if you don't, if you're like, Reiki, what's Reiki? Or you haven't been trained in Reiki, maybe there's another energy healing modality. But even if not, if you are here, you are a healer, whether you use that word or not. So channel your beautiful, just again, you're like an instrument, you're a flute, you're a vessel flowing through you. So we're sending this to transmute this shame, this beliefs of limitation and scarcity, any other traumas, fear of abandonment, fear of being humiliated, fear of being alone, fear of losing your children, your loved ones. We place it in the center. And I'm visualizing now the flower of life pattern, and you can see it again in the back of my pendant. You might know what it is. This is flower of life. So I want all of us to visualize this golden flower of life. It's huge. And this flower of life, this grid, right? It's made of golden light, is coming over everything that we are releasing. And this flower of life is absorbing it all. It's absorbing it. It's absorbing it. Because in reality, all of that is an illusion. Only love is real. And yet we're in this earth reality where those things feel real, shame and terror and anxiety. So we put it there and we bring the flower of life, so that golden light over all of that heaviness, over all of that congestion, over all of that. And just see the flower of life. It just absorbs that energy. It just takes it in, and it actually becomes more beautiful. And this happens beyond our intellectual understanding. Feel your body. Bring your awareness to your hips and your pelvis. Resist I don't want to use the word resist. Be mindful of the tendency to stay up here. And then use your priestess power to go all the way down your body as well. Feel your hips, feel your pelvis, feel your knees, feel your ankles, feel your feet. Touch them if you need to. These are the roots. We need them. So welcoming beautiful Hathor who's stepping in. And she's kind of looks like a giant. Right now she's so big. And she has her hands like this, and these beams of light are just beaming down and just showering with this golden light. And she brings the energy of joy. Hathor is so powerful and so joyful. She reminds us of the power of joy and the power of our voice. So just feeling this golden light over all of us, over all of this that we are releasing. And as that gets taken away, you're still in this temple, and now you're shifting into a more receptive space. If you're not lying down, you might want to lie down. You don't need to, but if that helps you be in a more receptive space, do that. So just see yourself lying down on this beautiful table, like a massage table, but it's this table that's made of crystal, beautiful clear quartz, beautiful rose quartz. And yet it's not hard, it's not cold. There's this beautiful layer on top of the crystal that feels so comfortable, so warm and cooling, and whatever temperature it is that you need. You're lying on that now. Get very comfortable. If you need to put a cushion under your knees, do that. If you're staying seated, that's fine. Just ensure that you are comfortable. And thank you, Jill, for writing that fear of rejection, hurt, betrayal. Yes, all of that was taken in through that beautiful flower of life medicine. So as you lie on this crystal table, the table is made of different crystals. So what I'm seeing is that where your body touches this table, like a massage table, right, but made of crystals, every part of your body is touching a different crystal. So there's some amethyst, there's some black tourmaline, there's some rose quartz, there's some calcite. And if you don't know what these crystals are, that's fine. You don't need to be a crystal expert, although you might, and others might come to your mind. Lots of rose quartz, lots of moonstone. And it's just like this table is intelligent. It is wise. It knows what crystals every part of your body needs. So you don't need to control it. So you don't need to be like, "Ooh, I want some, blue calcite over here on my left hip." Like, it's just allow the wisdom of this temple, the wisdom of these crystals, the wisdom of your priestess medicine to do that without you having to figure it out. So you're lying on this table. And as you lie on it, there is a deeper release that is happening. So through your backside, all of this heaviness is just dripping out of you into the floor that's underneath the table. And then as that happens, now that beautiful golden light, it's like you have a golden spotlight over you, but it doesn't hurt your eyes. It doesn't burn your skin. It feels beautiful. It feels embracing and soothing. It feels cooling in parts of your body that might have too much heat. And just feel that light as this light activates. So what this light is doing, it is activating. It is activating different aspects of your priestess medicine. I'm just channeling Reiki energy. Just let yourself receive. There's a lot of focus on your solar plexus, right around your abdominal area. A lot of healing of your fear of sharing your medicine, fear of your ideas being stolen, or fear of betrayal, fear of your own power. So just, and fear of losing control. There is a divine surrender that is asked of us, of you, as you step into this priestess path. There is a release of control, meaning that we're saying our ego is not in charge. So just this golden light that's infusing this power center. This is your divine masculine energy. It is safe to be generous. With yourself and with others. They're just scooping out, scooping out, scooping out of the solar plexus. This like kind of like mud. It's like it's blocking your embrace of your own divine masculine. This is that energy that knows when to take action, but takes it following the wisdom of the divine feminine. It is not the frenzied, scattered action. So beautiful green Tara, who so many times shows up. We welcome her. I feel her energy stepping forward. Beautiful green Tara, the great savioress. Right? She's here to help save us. No, better said, like she's here to remind us that we can rescue ourselves from those chains where we feel trapped. And her mantra, so powerful and swift. And she is such an embodiment of the marriage of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And I'm seeing her. I have a beautiful image of her in front of me. And she has that right leg, right? She's sitting in lotus and she's got the right leg out, ready to take action, but also so centered and present. She is our teacher in that marriage of the feminine and the masculine. The divine feminine and the divine masculine, regardless of what gender we identify with, we have that marriage within us. So her mantra, Om Tare Tutare Dure Soha, is a powerful medicine, like a sword that cuts through the addiction to suffering, the addiction to overdoing, the addiction to codependency, the addiction to watering down your message, the addiction to shaming yourself or punishing yourself. And before you feel any shame about any of that, for you to understand that that is the human condition. We all have those. Becoming sober and lucid to the truth that we are these beautiful, sovereign beings of love and light. So if you know her mantra, you can chant it along with me, or you can just listen, just hear it. So you visualize as you know that green Tara is there with you. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. 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 And as she says this mantra, as we chant this mantra, as you hear this mantra, I just see all of these places where you're bound, where you're trapped, just we're just unraveling, unchaining, unwrapping, revealing your radiance, your medicine. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. 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 And beautiful Kuan Yin, who often follows, she mentored with Green Tara. Beautiful Kuan Yin brings that energy of compassion and mercy. So powerful. She brings her vessel of compassion that looks empty, and yet it is never empty. It's this little vessel that has infinite compassion, infinite mercy. And she brings in the healing of our beloved inner children. There is no priestess path, there is no leadership path without your inner child. That is one of the things that has harmed our planet the most, is that separation, that exile of our inner children. And this goes beyond, yes, we need to heal the wounds of our, of childhood, all of that. But this goes beyond that. It's not just that. It's to understand that your inner child, your star child, or your phoenix child, as the Sophia Code calls this child, this healed little master within, that we need that star child within. She, he, they are an intricate part of your medicine, of the liberation of this world. So Kuan Yin, she's not this meek little, oh, I'm just here to send compassion. I mean, as if that were little. She is this powerful force, unstoppable force of mercy and compassion. And that brings this, the word of reckoning came, and I was trying to resist it. I'm just going to name it. Of anywhere inside where we have been avoiding that work of the inner child healing. It's like what I'm hearing Kuan Yin saying is, if you're here, you already are a leader, you already are a healer, you're already on the priestess path, whether you use that name or not. And you are being invited in 2021 and beyond to step even more deeply into your leadership and into your service. And in order for that to happen with integrity, with great humility and power and grace, you must Embrace and honor your inner children. That's just how it is. It isn't something that's naive or indulgent or something you do later when you have time. So Kuan Yin comes in, and she's coming in with her beautiful dragon, her beautiful white dragon. And she's coming in and she's bringing her vessel of compassion. And she is inviting the inner child within to feel how loved she is, or he is, or to feel how beloved and safe and protected. And as we chant her mantra, or you can just listen her, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, of compassion and mercy. We dedicate this to our inner children. We dedicate that mantra to the healing, to the empowerment of that inner child within. Not so that you become childish, but so that you can embrace the faith, the power, the clear vision, the intuition that that phoenix child within has, the wisdom, the truth teller within. And I was guided to bring this rose quartz, and now I know why. So this beautiful rose quartz that to me always looks like a heart. So this rose quartz energy that Kuan Yin is so resonates with. As we begin, Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. And just see your inner child, any inner child part of you that is carrying shame. And just feel like this layer of shame. And we're just, as we chant together, as Kuan Yin here bathes with her vase of compassion, which is infused with that rose quartz energy in this moment, we are clearing and lifting that shame that should have never, ever, ever touched your inner child or any part of you. But in this moment, we're focusing on her, on she, he, they. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. So this beautiful rose quartz light going from the crown of your head through your whole body, all of your chakras, every cell in your body, all the way to your toes. Kuan Yin is a Reiki master, so she brings in all of the symbols, all the pristine, unconditional light. And she's just giving you a very specific Reiki session just for you. So I'm just going to be silent as I just, I'm here channeling as well, but just allowing Kuan Yin to just do whatever she needs to do to you, to your energy field as she's channeling this healing energy, and she knows what you need. Just let yourself receive. Remember, your soul is here with you. Your soul is in charge. She steps back. Gaia has been present the whole time, bringing in this resonance of earth energy and this resonance of being very grounded as all of this healing happens across space and time. And beautiful Saint Bridget shows up here with her lantern, her light. And just see yourself sitting up from the table. And you can stay lying down if you're lying down, but just see yourself sitting up from this crystal table. And as you sit on the table, you kind of gather your energy, just take a moment to get a little more grounded. And you see beautiful Bridget with her, Saint Bridget, with her lantern and this gleam in her eye. Feel her generous spirit. Feel how generous she is, how loving she is, and how grounded and present and like filled with her own love and radiance she is. She's not depleted from all that she gives. She is continually resourced. And as she holds this lantern, she is saying to you, you are the light of the world. You are the light. Go forth and share your light. And as she is there, she's asking you to ask her, what dark places, yeah, she's saying like, what dark places are you guiding me to take my light to? Just ask her that question. Beautiful Saint Bridget, what dark spaces are you guiding me to bring the radiance of my light to? And just receive the answer in your heart, whether you know the details yet or not. What dark spaces are you guiding me to shine my lantern, shine my light? And gently standing as you stand and from the crystal table, and you can, again, you can stay lying or sitting, but here together in this inner temple, now you're standing. Feel the floor of the temple. Feel all of this energy that we created together. And see, again, now we're in that courtyard again, in a circle. Notice everyone so radiant. Notice everyone's light, including your own, so much stronger. It's like we became brighter light bulbs. And then in the middle of this courtyard now, we see our beautiful planet Earth. See the beautiful sphere, the beautiful planet. And together, feeling very grounded, feel those roots. Feel your heart. Feel your crown chakra open, 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 open. And we bring our hands like Hathor had her hands. And you can either do this physically or just imagine yourself doing this as we beam love and light and grace and healing and your own medicine to our beautiful planet Earth. Without attachment, without analysis. Let's just do this together. And I'm going to put the timer for a minute so that we do this together. And we begin. And before we end this part, I welcome Archangel Michael showed up, and just imagine, you can visualize Archangel Michael right in front of you and just let him do a cleansing. So as we send healing to the planet, if there was anything, any energy that was released from planet Earth that you kind of took on without even knowing, we just ask Archangel Michael now to clear our energy. So with his beautiful sword of light, he's kind of like hovering his sword over your head, behind you, in front of you, below you, just clearing across all space and time, on all levels, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Thank him. And at the center now is just a beautiful flame of light. And remembering how we started this, that this is not an escape. This is not just kind of a cool thing to do, and now we go back to our regular life. We take this with us. You take this with you. You are a blessing to the world, and you are blessed as you bless others. You are a reminder to others of their own sovereignty. With humility and grace and great integrity. And if you feel your inner child's present, so just really give her an embrace, or him an embrace, or they an embrace. And in this temple, in this circle, we see each other, we thank each other, we bring our palms together and we bow to each other. And we end with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. And I know you may still be lying down or sitting, so I want to do just kind of a little bit of getting you back, a little bit, just making sure you're back in your body. But let's take a moment to visualize those roots that we connected in the beginning. And just with so much gratitude for everyone here, just bringing our roots back to us, right? Just really feeling our roots, how strong they are, how supported they are, and supportive. And just taking some nice, starting to wiggle your toes and your fingers, and rotating wrists and ankles in one direction and then the other direction. And if you're lying down, maybe raising your arms overhead and pointing your toes. And if you're sitting, you can do the same, just any stretch that feels good. Maybe some, my shoulders. Gosh, I felt like I was getting Reiki on my shoulders the whole time. So just do any stretch of your shoulders. And as you feel ready, starting to open your eyes gently if they're not open, and just starting to kind of get into a more wakeful state as we join together here for our closing. I'm going to burn some sage. I'm feeling so grounded, welcoming Gaia to help you feel more grounded if you're feeling a little ungrounded. And I'm going to drink some water, and I keep meaning to say this every time. It's such a good idea to have water with you, not just to be hydrated, but water, is, I know many of you know this already. It takes in the energy. So if you have water here ready, so it takes in all of the energy of the gathering, right? And then you can drink it throughout the day to kind of keep integrating the healing. So I have this water bottle. It has rose quartz at the bottom. It doesn't actually touch the water. There's a little section for crystals. And so I'm charging it all the time, just with prayers and intentions. And today with this priestess gathering that we had, Thank you, Jan. Yes, I was very grateful that Archangel Michael showed up right then. So please feel free if there's anything you want to share in the chat to do that. I'm going to pull some cards and just a couple of reminders. One is tomorrow is the Soul Summit for your career. I am so very excited about it, and just, I've shared this before, and I know those of you who teach classes have experienced this as well. It's like, you set the intention to teach a class or do a summit or whatever it is, and then you just know that your soul, your guides, the souls of everyone who's going to attend, they're kind of preparing you for the gathering. Like you go through your own initiations, your own experiences that are happening in life that you might think are not related, and then you realize, oh my gosh, this is totally preparing me for this. So I'm really excited about it. We're going to spend time in meditation, in really talking about the law of attraction and stepping into that space of not mind, that space of pure awareness, where you can really access, it's that paradox, right? It's like no thinking, but you can access those divine solutions. And we're going to program it so that during that time that we're together, those 2.5 hours, whether you're there live or the replay, that we are manifesting as we're there. So it's not just like, okay, 2.5 hours, bye, go figure it out. But it's just that that as we're gathered there together, we are clearing programs, beliefs, and we're really stepping into our power and welcoming these amazing teachers and guides that want to mentor you and have a deeper relationship with you so that your career flourishes in the way that it's meant to. And, you know, I'm just like super excited, and I have a feeling there's just like all these things that I hadn't planned that are happening now. They're all good. So I'm excited about it. There's still 2 spots. So if you're interested, I would love for you to join, and you can do that on my Facebook page, Facebook events. You can find it. The link is there. On my website, the link is there under events, and I will send out a newsletter today again about it. So I would love to see you for that. And let's do some cards. So, oh, you're welcome, Heather. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. I'm really feeling the fairies. So I want to do, I want to share that one of the things that came, I know I mentioned it out loud, shame, but even when we were sending energy healing to the planet, it was like Kuan Yin, and there was so much like I was hearing for me, just this. And when St. Bridget, that question, that's what it was. I was so surprised by that question that showed up, but I mean, it makes so much sense of like where, she's got this lantern. So if you see her, so she was holding the lantern, and with that question, where are we taking our light? What dark places? And I just kept hearing over and over shame, like my shame, the shame of the world, like go into that space of shame and shine your light. So I just wanted to name that. Oh, Jill. Okay, great. Thank you, Jill. Okay, fairies. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now this could be literal, or it could be what I think also it is. Actually, what I think it is. This is marriage. The fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss. Now that's awesome. I really feel that this is about that bliss of the divine feminine and the divine masculine marriage. That's really our marriage, or our romantic relationships are mirroring our internal feminine and masculine relationship, right? So look at this. I love that. Don't you love that? Like that's your divine feminine. There's the divine masculine, so devoted to the feminine, and the feminine so devoted to the masculine. We're learning that beautiful dance, right? Of like pausing, listening, then taking action, slowing down to speed up. It's a heroic journey. We're all learning. We don't. So no, please don't shame yourself wherever you are with that. So that's message number 1. And I love that there's unicorns. And this is The Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. Let's see. God, okay. There are like literally like 20 cards. Let me do this again. I was like, what? Okay. What's the most important card you want everybody to know here? Man, they just are very chatty today. They want you to know a lot. Okay, 1 card popped out. Grounding. I know we've had this card before. Go deep, explore your roots, right? And we had Gaia Earth as well. Look at her leaning on that tree. Oh, I'm really looking forward to those days. I mean, snow can be cool, but if you're here in Chicago, there's a lot of snow, and I'm looking forward to sitting that way, but just like grounding and explore your roots, also your priestess roots, your priestess medicine, your path, your lineage. And it might not be so much those ancestors that you know of. Just go deeper in your meditation, which we will be doing tomorrow in the Soul Summit too. Soulful woman, and then animal, and then we're done. Okay, soulful woman. Oh, geez. 2 fell. Hold on. Okay, let's see what we got. Beautiful. So this one, time of fallow. Creative manifestation occurs more easily when I have nurtured myself and honored my time of fallow. So look at this. So this is really, so perfect. Sorry, I'm having like 1,000 things connected in my mind right now. So this is really when we step into that space of no thinking, of no time, of not actively trying to manifest, right? When we step in, not passiveness, I'm not talking about passivity or giving up or just kind of being scared to take action. That's not what I'm talking about. But when we step into that place, then the manifestations can happen in a greater way, in a more miraculous way, in a way that isn't limited by our own limiting thoughts. So there's that. And then we got grace. When I open to the deep source of grace, the flow of my life feels effortless and vibrant. Look at that. Effortless and vibrant. Yes, that's what I want. Effortless and vibrant. So beautiful. And the animal. There you go. And we are done. Ooh, oh, dog friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. I love that. Let me read that again. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. All right, beautiful ones. Thank you so much. It was such a joy to connect with you. We will gather together next month, and I hope to see you at the Soul Summit next week at the Virtual Career Reiki and a whole bunch of other things that are happening. Oh, one thing that's going to happen is a Divine Mother Retreat in May. Woohoo! I'm so excited about that. So, all right, bye, everyone. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Jan and Jill, and everyone here. Shira, Sharon, Michelle, Lynn, Lorenza, Laura, Katya, Catherine, Jan, Heather, Donna, Christine. Thank you, everyone, and all of you who are watching the replay. Thank you so much. Bye.